Yeah. I never did them that much before, but I know that they work wonders for people that really want to pull in their waistline.
Oh yeah, yeah. Makes a major difference on stage.
Hmm.
Sure. You get a beautiful vacuum. Geez.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some guys that just have amazing vacuums.
Oh yeah.
What's that one guy that competes with Bumstead? The German guy, Urs. I think Urs is his last name. He's got a unbelievable vacuum.
Right.
Even Bumstead, he's got a good vacuum.
He's got a good vacuum. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen his. So yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never could master it.
Who was known? Who was like had the good vacuums back in the day?
Well, Frank Zane,
Yeah.
Tony Pearson, Brian Buchanan, Robbie Robinson had great vacuums. Mike Mincer had a great vacuum.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They've been talking about him recently. It must be the anniversary or his birthday or something.
oh, it was. I think he died in 2000. It's been about 20 years since he died, but he died in June. So that may be the reason they're talking about it.
And he was what, in his 40s?
No, he was 49 when he died, if I'm correct. 49, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And I hate to say it, he was in terrible shape because I saw him.
You think he was on a lot of gear?
I don't think they used a lot back then. And I knew his brother Ray because he was my training partner. And I trained with Ray for 6 months in 81.
Yeah.
And the whole time we trained, he never used anything. He told me he never used anything, and I believe it.
Did he really only train like 30 minutes a day or whatever he
No,
talked
we
about?
trained by the time we warmed up and trained, it took about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, but if you look at actual sets performed, I mean, other than warm up, yeah, they were, it was low volume, high
Now
intensity.
he claimed he only trained like a couple days a week too, right?
Well, 3 days a week we
Three
trained.
days.
Yeah, push pull system, 3 days a week.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. And then Ed Connors says he was in there all the time. So I don't know that. I remember we had Ed Connors on. He said Mike was in the gym all the time.
He'd sneak in there at night.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I use that system now and I train each body part every third or fourth day. Well, every third day, let's say. And if I need extra rest, I'll take an extra day. So every third day is usually the
Yeah.
routine I use on a push pull system, and it's low volume.
Yeah.
And I can't train any more than that at my age. I never recover.
Now, what about when you were getting ready for a show? Did you train every day?
No, I train each body part once a week. So I have gone 2 days on, took a rest, 2 days on, took a rest.
Really? Even if you were like 3 or 4 weeks
For a
out from a
show.
show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody does that today, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. Doesn't sound like it anyway.
No.
And that worked.
Even myself, I take one day off a week right now. Like
Wow. Yeah.
like midweek, like a Wednesday, and I'll split it.
You train each body part once a week?
Right now I'm doing legs twice a week.
Wow. See, I never recover if I did that.
Yeah.
I'd never recover. I had a terrible time with recovery when I was
Yeah.
younger, even. And I went from training, starting out 2 days a week with each body part, and went down to one day a week after going to a Mike Mincer seminar in 78. And one day a week, each body part once a week worked well. I gained a lot of muscle using
Yeah.
that system.
I can believe it. I can believe that. That's always been my problem. My problem has always been resting.
Yeah.
And you just have that mindset of wanting to go to the gym all the time, and
Yeah. Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. It's hard not to overtrain. I think most of the guys tend to overtrain.
Yeah.
Of course, they say there's no such thing. Milos got on a podcast I watched. He said there's no such thing as overtraining. And I started laughing. I said, oh, what a crazy thing to say. And then he tried to debate Dorian Yates. They had Dorian on the show. And Dorian said, check the science behind it. Yeah, I don't have to say any more than that. Just check the science. And the science behind it, you have rest and recovery. If you
Well,
never recover, you'll never gain. You can never grow.
didn't Arnold was Arnold a big advocate of training every day?
He trained every day, as far as I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
he trained high volume.
Yeah. Did you just watch the documentary? Have you seen the new one?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you need to watch it, man. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good. He really opens up. I think this is the best one he's done thus far. I mean, he's got a few out there, but
Now, where do you find that one?
it's on Netflix.
See, I don't have Netflix now.
Yeah.
That's we decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time seeing it. Maybe.
Yeah, you definitely need to watch it. It's I think it's a 3-part series.
Okay.
But he talks about everything, man. Everything from the beginning, up until his the kid he had.
Right.
Out of he talks about it all. I gotta give it to
okay.
him. Yeah. And there's some stuff in there that he talks about that I didn't know, that maybe a lot of people didn't know about his personal life and his family life and his growing up and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I have to check it out. I'll find a way to
Yeah.
be able to see it. How's Steve doing? You heard from him?
No, I haven't heard from him that much. He's been busy working. John, John Hanson, I talk to him every now and then. He's been busy. Has John Torelli gotten a hold of you?
I did a podcast with him
Okay.
Thursday before last.
Okay. And
haven't
I know
seen
he was
anything.
supposed to have JP last week, but if something happened with him, he couldn't make it.
Right.
I invited him to come tonight, but I hadn't heard back from him, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was interviewing somebody else.
He may have been. Perhaps he was.
Yeah. He wants to do one with me, and I said, John, it's going to be a short podcast, dude. I don't have much to talk about. I said, I host them. I don't,
Yeah.
if you want to collaborate and host somebody together, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
My stuff's pretty boring.
I told him some crazy stories over the years, but because I've been in it for so long, I've met so many people. There's so many stories I have that it's, geez, man.
Yeah. Now I got some wild police stories I can share.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I thought about doing that. How people have different podcasts. Like this one focuses on bodybuilding. I thought about kind of segueing over and doing something on law enforcement.
Right.
And maybe
interesting.
Interviewing like officers that have been involved in situations and stuff and talking to them. And,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That would be interesting.
I know there are some out there like that, but there isn't many.
Yeah.
Thought that would be something different. I don't know. I'm kind of kicking the idea around a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
So, how'd the interview go with John? I haven't seen him post.
Oh, it went well. Yeah, I think it went well. I don't think it's been posted yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't seen it.
So, yeah, I looked for it last week and didn't see it.
Really?
So it may take a little time.
Yeah.
Time he edits and does whatever he wants to do.
Huh. So what's the talk out in California with all this stuff going on with Trump?
Oh, not much. I mean, it's on the news all the time,
Yeah.
So, you know what? I mean, he'll still run for president.
Oh yeah.
Unless they can, he'll never go to prison for any of this. Of course, he'll never do a single day of time. And this will get tied up for years anyway. With his lawyers, he's got the best lawyers money can buy. So I don't think anything will come out of it.
Nah, at the most, I think that they're just going to stall him. That's what they're trying to do.
I think that's what they're doing more than anything else, is just trying to stall it.
Yeah.
Man, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Anything new going on in the world of bodybuilding that you've heard of?
Not really.
Did you see Fuad is going to start a Detroit Pro?
Oh, he's in Canada, right?
Yeah, but him and a couple other people are I don't know, it's going to be next year. I think it said 2024, the first Detroit Pro.
Okay, yeah, they had that years ago. Back in the 80s, they had a Detroit Pro.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Huh.
But yeah, he's bringing it back.
That's what I saw. That's what he posted.
Yeah. Wait and see what happens with that. What's coming up?
Let's see. We just had what? Toronto.
We had Toronto, yeah.
Let me see if I can find what's coming up. Let's see. Where are we at? Are we in June?
We're in June, yeah. So we're at the 15th today.
Let's see. June 18th. It says the IFBB Pro League, Spain.
Spain.
About the next big one is the Orlando Pro. That's on July 1st.
Now, Jason's entering that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I saw some of his post. I looked him up.
I think Husan won that last year, right?
The Egyptian.
Mustafa, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think he won that one last
Yeah.
year. Let's see. And then it's Vancouver, the Chicago Pros on the 21st
Of this month?
of July.
July, okay.
Yeah, I'm going into July. So the next one on the 1st is the Orlando, and then the next biggest one after that is Chicago. And then you got the Tampa Pro, 1st of August. Tickets go on sale Monday for everybody that wants to know for the Olympia.
The Olympia?
Yeah. I have to get mine on Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, it's close to you, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely going. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can just drive there and just go to the night show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about staying or anything like that.
How far a drive is that for you?
A little over an hour.
Oh, that's not much at all.
Yeah, that's not far.
Yeah, takes that longer than that to get to LA from here. That's 50 miles away.
I was gonna say, dude, LA, that's 5 miles in LA an hour.
Yeah, right. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to see what the Pittsburgh. Oh, it's the Masters. They already had the Pittsburgh Pro anyway. Daytona's got a pro show this year, but I think it's just men's physique and masters.
Okay.
And then
the Masters is in August, right?
Yeah. November is the Olympia.
Do you know Darren Charles? I heard he's entering.
Yeah, I know Darren.
Yeah. Is he in Florida? Do you know? I think he is.
He might be, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what city, but I think he's still in Florida. He has been for a long time.
Yeah. You ever talk to Mike O'Hearn anymore?
Haven't heard from him in a while.
No.
I thought I'd see him Memorial Day, but he didn't show up for the Venice Beach competition.
Oh, really?
Sometimes he pops in there, yeah.
He's been doing a lot of stuff with Generation Iron. He actually has his own podcast.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Quite a bit of stuff with Generation Iron.
Yeah.
Mike's a pretty busy guy. He is. He's a busy guy.
Yeah. I wonder if he's doing any more movies.
Well, the last movie I did, well, the only movie I did was it's called Muscle Dreams. And was it Jonathan, the black guy that was in Creed? Jonathan Majors starred in that.
Oh, okay.
I was the guest poser in the movie.
Oh, really?
About a bodybuilding competition, and Breon Ansley was in there. The guy, was it Brandon Hendrickson?
maybe.
He was in the movie. Danny Hester was in the movie.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it should be coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. It had to be coming out this year sometime, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I played a judge along with another friend of mine who got me in it, an IFBB judge in the movie.
Huh.
If it's an IFBB competition, I don't know if it's that or not.
I'm surprised Generation Iron doesn't do a something with all you guys, the older bodybuilders and stuff.
Well, I haven't done much that I know of.
No, they haven't. It's they've done a few, but nothing that goes back as far as the guys in your days.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Jason,
what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, the email went to my spam for some reason.
Oh, it did? No, okay, no problem. No, we're just sitting here talking about Phil. He's trying to get in. He's breaking into the movie business.
Yeah.
Him and he's inspired by Arnold now. He wants to.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch y'all watch the new documentary thing?
Yeah, we were just talking about that, man. That's really good. Did you see it?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Yeah, I was I learned some things, man. I didn't know.
It was interesting. I liked it.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Phil. I said he pretty much talks about everything.
Yeah.
He didn't hold anything back.
Yeah, I liked it. I like seeing like just the background of how everything came up, how he switched from bodybuilding to acting to politics, to everything. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Once he got pretty much bored with one, he's like, all right, I've conquered this. I need to move on to
I need
else.
a new goal.
Yeah.
Like I'm the best at this. Let me try something new.
Right.
Oh man. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm grinding. I'm pushing through.
Yeah. Really quick, you're doing Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we thought. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. Just did Toronto. Now we got Orlando, and then most likely, unless I win, you never know.
Well, you never know.
I'll probably take the rest of the year off after Orlando. Just I know I need another 5 to 10 pounds to be competitive with those bigger guys. So
I'll pull up Toronto here. I mean, dude, your conditioning looked great. It looks spot on.
Yeah. I think I could have been a little tighter. I mean, but we came in full and good conditioning. I think it could have been a little better. But these are finals. I was a little bit bloated at finals because they didn't give us any time, dude.
Where's the pre?
We got off stage. I got back to my hotel room, and I was like, Coach goes, all right, you have time for 2 meals. So eat this meal, check in with me, and we'll eat the second meal before going back to finals. I ate 1 meal, and then I got a message saying all bodybuilders backstage.
Oh, wow. Shit.
I was like, I didn't have an hour and a half.
Wow.
And so we ran backstage real fast, and I didn't have time for much.
What'd you weigh in here?
About 220.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was still on, I was probably one of the lightest guys up there.
You got 6th, right?
6th, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. Coming from
dude, coming
from
out of
classic to 212 to open now, being able to, I beat what 8. There was 14 guys.
Yeah.
And they were big. I mean, there were some big guys up there. I
Hmm.
mean, I know Aaron Golly was 10th place. He was 298 pounds on stage.
298.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Jeez.
So I mean, to be able to compete with those guys, and I think the best feedback I got, though, I talked to Tyler Manning after the show, and he told I just wanted kind of his feedback to see, if I need to take a lot more time off or what I needed. And he's like, dude, you got 6th. You proved that you belong in the open division, but you're going to need a few more pounds to be competitive with the bigger guys.
Yeah.
So that was good to hear, like that, I kind of proved that I belong there now.
Mm-hmm. How long do you think it'll take you to put on? How much muscle? What is your goal that you want to put on?
I think I need to be around the 230 mark to be really competitive. I mean, Ross Flanagan was only like 228.
Okay.
You know, he won Cali and then got third here at Toronto.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I think he might be a little bit taller than me. So if I can be around that 230 mark, I think with my structure and my muscle bellies and the way just everything's put together, I think 230 for me could be competitive with some of the 250-pound guys, you know.
Do you think you can achieve that with a year off?
I think I can be in the. Sorry, my wife's bringing me food because
Oh,
I
go
just
ahead,
got home from the gym.
Go ahead.
I think I can be in the mid to high 220s by next season, and then another good off season be in that 230 range.
Okay.
I mean, I was like 205 last time I stepped on stage. Last year.
Wow.
So
that's a good improvement.
Yeah.
Which I over dieted. That's not all. I put on a solid 15 pounds of muscle tissue. I over dieted for that show. So a lot of it was just bringing it back to life and stuff. But I do think I put on some solid quality tissue.
Yeah. I remember there was, it's old news now, so we can talk about it. There was some discrepancy between Ian and Hassan. I mean, you were there. You think the pick was good?
Yeah, I think I love Hassan.
Yeah.
But just the overall structure and shape.
Right.
And then when you see them in person, the skin texture of the conditioning wasn't even close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know because there was a lot of chatter online that Hassan should have won.
Hassan's doing Orlando too. So
oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He won that last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it last year.
So
he's obviously probably gonna be the favorite into that show.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other like mass monsters doing Orlando. I know a lot of more shape guys.
Yeah.
You got Stanimal, you got Patrick Moore, I think. So I think it's more guys that I could actually be competitive against, I think. And then you got Hassan, who's like going to be the biggest guy up there.
Yeah. See, that's the time you should have talked to Hassan and been like, look, bro, Orlando is a mess right now. You don't want to come there. The traffic is bad.
Oh, I tried to tell him because even before the show was over, I was like, come on, man, give us a chance. I was like, why are you coming to Orlando? And then after the show, his wife goes, see, he's not just coming for nothing. He has to do it now.
Right. He's trying to qualify for the Olympia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think about because they don't do points anymore. So
yeah, they don't do points. They dropped the point system.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the only way to get there is to win a show.
Gotcha.
So
where does he live at now?
I think he's in Toronto. Or like around the Toronto area.
Oh, okay.
Because I know he's training up at Pure Muscle.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, that's hot. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, so I mean, he's a super nice guy though. I met him for the first time back in 2019 at the Indy Pro. And he didn't speak a word of English, but his wife was translating everything for him. Right. But nicest guy ever.
Yeah. Is his English getting any better or no?
He speaks a little bit now.
Yeah.
But his wife was still there to translate everything.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah. Well, he's got a young baby too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think living in Toronto, he's probably picking up more English now.
Well, yeah. You'd have to.
I haven't even looked into it yet. Is Fuad sponsoring pretty much most of Orlando again this year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Hostile is like the main sponsor for it.
Did you see he announced they're going to do a Detroit Pro?
Yeah, I wish I could do it, but I'm not gonna. I don't. It's in April, and I'm not going to be able to put on enough size by then.
Yeah,
I would love to do it, but
yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Do the inaugural.
Yeah, the first ever one. We'll see. We'll see how the off season goes. Because I mean, if I go into off season after, Orlando, that's July. July 1st gives me a decent amount of time, but I don't think it's enough time to put on the size I need.
Yeah.
I apologize for eating, but
you're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
I was hoping Jean Pierre was going to be here, but he had something come up. He couldn't make it. So
I know he's my biggest fan.
I know. That's why I told him you were coming. He's like, oh, he says, you have to bring him back.
I mean, you just gave me shit the whole time I was on last time.
I think he just attacked your legs the whole time or something. Yeah.
Hey, give us your history from your amp. When did you start competing? And when did you start bodybuilding? Let's start from the beginning.
So I did my first ever NPC show in 2015, but I was doing like the drug tested shows before that. Like,
okay,
I was like a NGA pro.
Gotcha.
And I just honestly I got into it just because I'd always loved training. I didn't know anything, and one of the guys at my hometown gym was a natural pro and was like, "You should get on stage, man." Blah blah blah. And I was kind of one of those guys that, like, okay, well, I'm in here every day, but I have no goal. I have nothing I'm aiming for. So this will give me a goal to shoot for. It'll give me more drive in the gym. So I had never been to a bodybuilding show. I'd never seen one. I remember going and I'd see like Dennis Wolf and Flex Lewis and Jay Cutler on the magazines. It was around that time.
Right.
And so I did my first like natural show in 2011, but I wasn't ready. Like I dieted for like 3 weeks. I jumped on stage. It was the first time I had like a good six pack, but there was no striations or lines anywhere. And then I just took some time off, did a couple more natural shows, and then realized that you're really not going anywhere in those shows. So I jumped into it was the Diamond Classic in South Florida. I want to say it was around Boca or something like that.
Okay.
And that was my first NPC show, and I won the overall. I came in as a light heavyweight, but I was only like 180 pounds. Because in my head, I was like, well, if I can't win the overall, it doesn't really matter. So I'm not going to suck down to a middleweight just to be the biggest middleweight. I'm just going to come in at what I come in at and go for the overall.
Mm-hmm.
And I won the overall. So in my head, I was an NGA pro. I was like, oh, well, I'm winning this stuff too. I'm just going straight to nationals. So I went straight to the universe and I just got my butt handed to me. I was like, oh, it's a little different.
Yeah.
So right after universe is when they announced classic physique. So that's when I decided, okay, that's a little more attainable for me. I'm already kind of there. My weight limit in classic as an amateur, it was when they first came out with it. They've increased the limit since then, but it was 177. So I was like, okay, well, I'm already getting on stage at low 180s. So I did that and I turned pro in classic in 2017.
Okay, 2017.
Yeah. So I did like every pro qualifier in 2016 and I was like third place, fourth place. I was like right there every time. And so 2017, I did junior USAs and I got my pro card. And then after that, I went just a month later, I jumped into Chicago pro and then Tampa pro. And I ended up getting 7th at Tampa, which allowed me to apply for the Arnold Classic the next year. So I went straight to the Arnold the next year. I ended up getting 11th. I think there were like 52 guys at the Arnold that year.
Wow.
There was no limit. Like if you had placed top 10 in a pro show, you were allowed to apply. Right. At that time. So because it was the first year they did the classic physique there. But at the end of that year, I qualified for the next year's Olympia. And at that point, I already knew I was not going to make weight anymore. So I forced myself to do the Olympia just because I had already qualified. But I had already told my coach, I was like, after this, I can't make weight. So we were 24 hours of fasting, sitting in the sauna, diuretics, just like it was horrible. And I never looked my best on stage because I'd be freaking peeled at 200, 202, and then stuck down to 192 and try and carb back up.
You can't. Yeah.
So the next year after the 2019 Olympia, we moved to 212 bodybuilding. and I qualified for the Olympia again. So I went back to the Olympia in 212 in 2020, and I got 11th. And then I did one more year of 212 and then decided to move up to open.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a lot of it was just I was still natural. I'm not going to say natural because everyone's going to give me shit if I say natural, but I was still not on any anabolics when I turned pro. And I think the first like cycle I ever ran was leading into my first Arnold Classic. And that was also the first time I ever had a coach. I'd coached myself all before that.
Yeah, I remember when I started, it was 2010, it was my first show. But you remember when they had the different levels? It was level 3s, level 4s. I think 5 was your national qualifiers. Well, I did I remember Tampa Bay Classic before it was gone. I think it was a level 3. That was my first show. I won that. I won the novice and the novice overall. So I'm thinking, oh shit, Dexter Jackson's the next week. I'm gonna go up there, show them what's up. Yeah, that didn't happen either. Yeah, I made a fool of myself. Yeah, it's time to go back to the drawing board.
I think the year I started, they had just stopped doing the levels. So they must have stopped the levels at in 2013, 2014. So because I don't think there were any level, because I did the Diamond Classic was not a huge show where I did my first NBC show, and I went straight to the universe.
Yeah, I did get to see Kai Green guest pose though. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. I've never got to see him pose in person.
He was backstage at the Dexter, and yeah, he was pretty cool. It's the weirdest thing. He'd sit in the back and he would on the bench and he would like sing to himself, eating sweet potatoes. He'd fall asleep. He'd wake up. He'd do a set, and then they'd get Kai. It's time to go out. And he'd go out and do his routine and come backstage. It's funny as shit.
Yeah,
that's funny. I've met him a couple times, but I've never got to see him pose in person. He's a very interesting guy.
And he still looks good, man. I'm telling you, he's
huge.
Yeah,
still huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Does he show up to any bodybuilding events at all anymore?
I don't even know. I think he shows up to more influencer events than bodybuilding events.
Yeah, but like expos and stuff. I don't think I haven't seen him in any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the last time I saw him. I want to say possibly like it was like the grand opening of a gym or something last time I saw him, probably.
Yeah, maybe. How's it going with the Daytona Pro? That's coming up. When is that?
That's I believe the first weekend of October. So that'll be a good show. It's a 2-day show now, which is good because it didn't get out.
Yeah, it is the 30th and the 1st.
It didn't get out till like 1 in the morning last year.
When do you think eventually he's going to get open?
I know when I was in 212 and he first got approved to do pro, he was trying to get 212. He just couldn't find a sponsor to support it.
Yeah.
So
eventually I think he will, because
that'd be awesome to be able to do a freaking show in my backyard.
Hell yeah, I'm telling you, man. That would be awesome.
Orlando's the closest I can get. I get to stay in my own bed until like a day out. You know, that's pretty awesome. It's an hour drive. But
that's
one of it would be just I'd be so relaxed. Staying in my own house, cooking my food.
Yeah.
What are you from Tampa? You're about 2 hours from Tampa, huh?
Yeah, but my wife's family lives in Sarasota, so
that's not far.
That's kind of nice. Like they're only in 45 minutes south.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, but I mean, I haven't done Tampa since that was my first show as a 212 was Tampa.
Yeah,
and I did not come in shape. I had in my head to come in with the size because I'm moving up to 212. And so we didn't get hard enough. And then 5 weeks later was New York. And I was like, okay, I don't care about size anymore. I need redemption. I need to come in peeled to redeem myself from not being in shape because I'm usually always in shape. And so we came in about 8 to 10 pounds lighter. And I showed up backstage and everyone's like, dude, what the hell did you do? You look like you gained 10 pounds. And I was like, I lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was like,
conditioning. Yeah.
And I ended up getting, it was a very close battle between me and Bo Lewis. And I ended up getting second.
Now, what if you do decent in Orlando? Tampa's only a month out from that.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I gotta argue.
You'd have to think about that.
I'd have to argue that one with my wife. She's ready for a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in the middle of that. Don't get me in trouble.
I mean, Chicago's before that even. I'm pretty sure. Right?
Chicago's on the 21st.
Yeah. We go up there and battle Justin Shire and Blessing.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Any word on it? Has anybody announced that they're doing Tampa?
I know Hunter's doing it.
Oh, he's doing Tampa Pro?
I think he's doing Tampa and Texas.
He won that.
He has to qualify.
Yeah.
He won Tampa a couple years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, against Ian, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the time he beat Ian.
Yeah. Yep. The one I did, Dexter won that one. That was the last year before what's his name died. Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That one. I miss Luke. He was a good guy, man.
Yep.
I hung out with him the entire weekend at the Indy Pro. Him and Ben. We met at the Arnold Classic, and then Indy was like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Hunter's one of those guys that's a lot thicker in person. So I think that would be if he comes in shredded, I can't see anyone else beating him.
Right.
If he finally nails that peak.
Nails his condition, yeah.
Yeah.
How tall is Hunter? About 5'10"?
I think he's like 5'9".
5'9", okay.
Yeah, he's a little taller than me. I'm 5'8".
He's taller than his dad.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah. Well, his dad's like 5'5".
Yeah. I competed with his father.
Oh yeah.
He's taller than him. So he's probably 5'5". I'm 5'6".
Okay.
So yeah.
Phil, did you beat him at any shows?
At the USA, I won the overall there. He took second in the light heavyweight.
Nice.
Okay.
But I only beat him by 1 point. He spilled over from the middleweight, which he would have won if he hadn't spilled over. So he took second to me in the light heavyweight. And a year later, he won the middleweight at the Nationals. I won the light heavyweight, and then I won the overall.
So USA's wasn't a pro qualifier back then.
It was not. 84. Yeah. We're going back to 84. Yeah, I think it became a pro qualifier the next year in 85 when they had the World Games behind it. So yeah.
That's still something to say, beating a legend like that, having that on your resume. I still think Lee Labrada is the best poser there ever was.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's one of the main things I'm focused on for the Orlando's. Like you pulled up that video of me coming out, and when I hit that side chest, my leg just wouldn't stop shaking. And I don't know if that was dehydration or if that was nerves or what, but I'm just pounding my posing leading into Orlando to make sure I'm just have that composure on stage.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of guys' problems. They're posing.
The posing. Well, are they judging the posing round? Individual posing round?
They do for the pros, I think, don't they?
I think what it is you walk out in the pre-judging and you do your individual posing.
Right.
And that's just the first time they get to see you. And so that's when you're getting their attention to try and get first call out.
Yeah.
So I think it makes a huge, that's why, and it's funny because I always tell my clients this too, whenever they're getting ready for a show. I'm like, look, when you walk out, hit your best 2 poses first. Because after that, half the time the judges are not even looking up at you. I'll get on stage and
that makes sense.
I'll hit my best 2 shots, and then I'll look at the judges, and they're like looking down at their scorecards and writing stuff down, or discussing stuff with the other judges. after they've seen you, they see your shape, they see your conditioning, and then they kind of already have an idea of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just need to see you next to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh. Cool. So what are you going to do about this baby stuff, man?
I got all my baby making protocol sitting here ready for after the shows.
Yeah.
So
That's
she really wanted it at the beginning of the year before I started prep, and it just didn't happen. So
yeah,
you know, she just turned 30. I'm 36.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time.
Oh, this will be
gonna happen.
Your first child. Okay.
Yeah, we got a puppy last year. It's time for
that wasn't good enough.
That wasn't good enough. It held her off for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the same thing with we had Kuklo on not too long ago. That's what he said he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to have a baby.
Good time to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think me and Kuklo are about the same age, right?
Yeah, he might have been I think he's a year or two older than you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's he started bodybuilding a lot earlier than me. I think that's a big thing too with the way my body's responding is I started bodybuilding so late.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you started?
That would have been
I mean, I didn't get
mid-20s, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did that first natural show or whatever at like 24, 25.
Okay.
But I didn't get I still wasn't serious. I was still going out on the weekends, and I didn't get serious about it until like 28.
Yeah.
And then I didn't start taking anything till 30.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like it's sort of like I've heard things like about Samson Dauda, how he's been taking like bikini girl doses of stuff this whole time until this last year, and that's how he just blew up.
Yeah.
And he's he's late 30s.
Oh, is he late 30s?
I think he's 38 or so.
Samson's older, yeah.
Yeah. But it's one of those things like I feel like I still have a good amount of time left in me because I started so late. I wasn't destroying my body since I was, 16, 18.
Sure.
That's like Andrew Jack. Isn't Andrew Jack like almost 40?
Yeah, he's older too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I think those guys, they're going to make a huge impact in the next couple of years. But then once they do, I don't know how long they're going to want to stick around because they are, almost 40.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think those are a couple of the best physiques in the game right now. I think Andrew Jack still has some areas he needs to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But Samson's almost about as complete as you can get with the prettiest shape too.
He's got everything.
He's going to definitely be a threat. He's going to be a threat at the Olympia.
What's up, buddy? Sorry. The dog just busted into my room.
Yeah, mine's up here on the bed chewing my pillow. I keep yelling at him. Let's look at him.
What kind of dog do you got?
It's a Catahoula mix. It's a little mixed country dog. I live on a farm out here, so.
Okay. Well, you're out in Ocala, right?
Yeah.
It's
Chasing
all
squirrels.
horse land.
Yep. I actually have I have emus on the property now.
Really?
Yeah. And they just kind of stare at each other all day.
I have a lot of clients in Ocala.
Yeah, I know. A lot of them are golds.
Yeah, a lot of them go to the gold. That's that's got to be one of the nicest golds I've ever been to, and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it is they have the best equipment there for we have two golds around here and they're terrible.
I've been to them. Well, the one we talked about, the one there in Ormond, I think that's right by your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
That used to be an awesome little gym, dude. Now I guess they got new owners or they put new equipment in there, but he got rid of a lot of his old school stuff that was in there. Yeah. Every time I'd go stay over there, I always loved going to that gym.
Yeah, I went to it years ago and I thought it was a really cool gym.
Yeah.
Now, I don't
know. And that one on ISB is a joke.
That one changed into something else.
Oh, that's not a Gold's now?
It's not no, actually it's nothing now. For a while it was like they called it Greater Fitness.
Uh-huh.
and now that moved and it's just an empty building.
Oh wow, because it didn't even look like a Gold's. It looked almost like a upgraded Planet Fitness almost.
Yeah, pretty much. That's even what it looked like with, I think, everyone that bought the gym after that. There was that location was 4 different gyms since I moved here.
Yeah,
and now it's nothing.
Yeah,
and you got to look where it's at too. I mean, it's right in the middle of the speedway. It's like, okay, I mean, most of those. I mean,
Oh wait, no, I'm blanking. I'm thinking of a different one.
oh, okay, maybe.
You're talking about the one they just built.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I'm talking about the one right by the speedway.
Well, yeah, the one by the speedway, unless it was a different one.
The one that there's the smoothie Kings in the.
They just built it a couple years ago.
The one that has the Smoothie King in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they just built that one a couple years ago.
No, that's the one that's closed down now.
No, that one's still there. I was thinking of an older one. Yeah.
Okay. No, I went to that one that I was talking about.
Yeah, that one's kind of like more Planet Fitness looking. Yeah. That's why I don't go to any of these gyms. I have Total Nutrition Gym, which is more bodybuilder. It's like it's small, compact, all old school equipment. The owner, picked out himself.
Right.
And stuff. I've never been to Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, but I've been told that it's like same vibes as that, but way smaller.
Yeah.
And then there's another gym I go to over here closer to the Ormond that's more of a powerlifters gym. And they have it's a wall split. There's a powerlifter side, bodybuilder side. And they don't have a ton of equipment, but the equipment they do have is nice. And just the vibes you get in there though, with there's a lot of professional powerlifters in there, and they're just, everyone's nice, everyone's motivating, and everyone is pushing each other, that's
everybody's in there yelling and screaming.
I don't know if you've seen my videos of deadlifting and stuff like that, but that's why I started deadlifting the way I have been, because they're just so motivating in there when you walk in. And I don't know if you follow any powerlifting.
I follow some.
You walk in and Dan Bell's squatting 900 pounds, warming up.
Wow.
It's Dan held the world record for the past several years for the highest total in powerlifting in the world.
Wow.
And he trains in there every day. And it's just, there's so many strong people in there.
Yeah. That Golds we have, it could be a lot better though. They just don't put into it what I don't think what they should.
That's why I like going to a gym that is owned by someone that either does or used to bodybuild, because they know what the equipment works.
Right.
They know what kind of equipment to buy. They know what kind of vibe you want in the gym. And both of the gyms that I go to, like the powerlifting gym, the owner's wife used to bodybuild.
Yeah.
The Total Nutrition gym I go to, the owner used to buy.
Did he retire, or is he still with the sheriff's office?
He's still with the sheriff's office. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he used to compete with Palumbo and stuff.
Yeah. I talk to him every time I go in there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I feel like the vibe of the gym is more important than anything else. You go in there and I can get a good workout with some dumbbells and cables. But if I go in there and they're playing Taylor Swift on the radio and everyone's kind of doing these little foo-foo workouts and nobody's motivated, it's it's hard to get in the zone.
Well, yeah. Now you see that more than anything else anymore. I see guys setting up their tripod and on their phone, and it's I mean, I came out of the 70s and 80s, so but that didn't exist. You went to the gym, went to train, and now it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
I understand it if it's, you see Nick Walker in there with a guy videoing him. I get it.
Okay. Yeah.
You see these guys that are, 6 foot tall, 150 pounds soaking wet, and they're taking their shirts off and videoing themselves in the gym. And I'm just like, put a few years of work into it first.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Iron Religion Gym in Orlando is an amazing gym. And then it's turned into that where it's just like, I remember the first couple of times I went in there, it was a different owner then. And I was like, this is a badass gym. Like,
Oh
this
yeah.
is, and the last time I went in
Mhm.
there, it's like some guy doing pull-ups with videoing himself eating a donut hanging from the pull-up bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is happening right now?
Yeah. The last time I was there, I think last year, there was like 2 kids working the counter and they were just playing on their phone. I could have just walked in. They didn't even give a shit. The bathrooms were horrible.
Yeah.
It smelled like shit.
It's a new owner. When that
That Russian guy
owned it,
yeah,
man, he took care
yeah,
of it.
yeah, he did.
I remember I
Yeah,
walked in there and started working out with Furlan. You remember, Furlan Bailey?
yeah.
So I went in there to work out with him, and the Russian guy puts it on live on his phone to send back to all it, and just follows us around the entire workout, sending it back to Russia on live. It was just, but he was so like pumped to have bodybuilders in there and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is Gustavo still training people there?
I don't even know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Gustavo Liddell.
I know who he is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't make it over there very often.
Yeah, he was personal training there for a while.
I know. So was Furlan was training people there for a while. I don't think he's training people in there anymore. I think Natalia Cuejo was training people too.
Yeah. What's the one over in Altamont Springs? The guy Jamie owns. It's Iron.
Oh, Iron. I was just talking to somebody about this. Yeah.
Ironclad.
Ironclad. Yeah.
Ironclad. That's still up and going, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's still going.
That's a good gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a while.
It's a little smaller, but it's like, it's what we were talking about. Like, they chose the right equipment.
Yep.
And it's got good vibes in there.
Yep.
That's what I honestly, that's what I would love to do, is eventually just get my own gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can train my clients in there. I can, record content when the gym's not open, to, put up and just explain the exercises people can watch and come in and use the equipment the right way, stuff like that. And then sit, in my office and work on my other clients, and just be in my environment the whole time,
Yeah. Well, what's your long-term goal? You plan on staying in Daytona?
I mean, we bought this house about 2.5 years ago. And it's nice. It's in a nice neighborhood, but it really depends on my wife's career, because most of my career, is online coaching. I train
you can go anywhere
in person, but I can, do online stuff anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So she runs 5 medical offices for Advent. So she's, busy as can be, and it depends on where like the next move up for her is as far as promotion and where it's available. She would love to move back over towards where her parents are, Sarasota or even Tampa.
Yeah. Well, Tampa's the mecca around here.
I would much rather be in Tampa. There's me and my training partner are the only pro bodybuilders over here.
Yeah.
So I would love to be in the Tampa area.
Yeah. Me too. If I had a chance, that's probably where I would go.
That's where a lot of guys are training down in Tampa, right? A lot of
you got.
That's where John lives. John lives down in Tampa.
Right, John. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
John
Hanson.
Oh yeah, John Hanson. Yeah, John's there. You got Kamal. You have Derek Lunsford. There's a ton of guys over there.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's always like, I've gone over there several times training in my 40 or even downtown Powerhouse, and it's always packed with bodybuilders and stuff.
John and I will hook up about once a month.
Yeah.
At Powerhouse, and there's always.
He's still training hard as can be, man.
I'm telling you, man.
I see him posting.
He kicks my ass. Yeah.
Like most people, when they start getting older, it's like, all right, let's start doing more machines and carry. He's like, no, let's go freaking bar and go.
Yeah. We usually train on Saturdays and we do back, and I'm like, man, that drive home kills me.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That's like when I first started hooking up with AJ, and I would drive over and train at the dump. and it would always be legs. And I train at 6 p.m. He trains at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he's like, come on, you're a Thursday, leg day, let's go. And I'm like, oh God. I wake up early to get one meal in. I get over there.
Yeah.
And you train with AJ, and it's like I train hard and heavy, but he doesn't let you rest.
Yeah.
It's like go, go, go. Okay, drop set. Okay, move on to the next exercise. Go, go, go. Rest, pause, set. All right, move on to the next exercise. Next thing I know, I'm rolling on his driveway trying not to puke. I'm like, and he got me one time. Like, I don't ever puke, but he got me one time because I was feeling it. I was like, oh God, it's right here. I grabbed like a cold sugar-free Gatorade out of his fridge and I drank it and it hit my stomach and I'm like, nope.
Oh shit, that made it worse.
Yeah, and then you get in his cold plunge, his ice bath right after it. And
oh yeah.
that's probably the only reason I was able to drive home.
Yeah.
That kind of like revitalized me. Especially I drive a stick shift and that was not fun. It's an hour drive. My legs are just shaking every time I have to push the clutch in.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey Jason,
Phil, are you still training early?
I get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And so by the time I get to the gym, it's usually, I like to be there at 4, like I was with Golds in Venice. I used to be one of the first ones there at 4 a.m. when they opened. But now I train about 6 o'clock. And of course, the gym's pretty close to where I am. Ventura is a small place, small city. So
back in the day at 4 a.m., you remember who was showing up there? Who was training that?
I'd see Michael Hearn, Robbie Robinson for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do 4 a.m.
They train at that time.
Yeah. I wake up around 5:30, but I'll do my cardio.
That's what I do.
But to lift weights, I gotta have a few meals in me first.
Yeah.
I just get more out of it personally.
Yeah.
Like I got great workouts over there with AJ when I got up and just had one meal, but man, I don't know. I just feel better if I've had 3-4 meals in me.
Yeah. I train on a nippy stomach.
I was going to ask, those are all fasted.
8 o'clock at night will be my last meal. And I train about 6 in the morning. So I'd go without food.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 10-hour period without food. By the time I eat, it's 8:30, maybe 9 a.m.
A lot of bodybuilders are against any fasting because they're like, you have to keep food in your body to grow. I get up, like I said, 5:30. I don't have my first meal till 10. I get up, I usually go train like 2 clients in the morning, do my fasted cardio, come home, do some posing, and then have my first meal. I'm up for 5 hours. I probably have my last meal at 10, so it's a good 12-hour fast.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one of the things that's helped keep my waist smaller too.
Right.
Instead of force feeding, like I know some bodies will get up in the middle of the night and have a shake, and just your body never has a chance to clear your gut.
Right.
Yeah. Steve's into that too, Phil Brisbois.
Yeah.
He doesn't like eating before you work out.
Oh, yeah, I got used to it over the years.
Yeah, so, he's the same way. I remember I was on the phone with him one day. I was in the parking lot eating, and he was like giving me shit about it.
Hey, Jason, how many clients do you have one-on-one?
Like that I train in person?
Yeah.
So not that many, honestly. I used to have a lot more and I've backed off of doing that. So I just have a couple regulars.
Okay.
Like I've got 2 guys that are like 3 times a week and another guy that's 5 times a week. And then, I'll have a lot of clients that'll just ask for a session here and there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just to help me push them, or if they're not feeling certain exercises right, they want me to take them through, a glute, a leg workout, or a back workout because they're not getting the right connection with it.
Right.
But for the most part, it's a lot of online coaching now. Daytona's not a big town.
How many online do you have? Do you know?
It's growing. It's growing steadily. But so my own personal business, I built up around I was doing 10 to 15 regular, like monthly. And then I just started, AJ Sims started Cement Factory coaching, and he hired me and Dom Cardone as coaches under Cement Factory. So now I'm getting clients through there as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, did you see
I got one competing in Orlando the same weekend as me, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Did you see? We were talking about Hunter. See the picture he just posted?
Yeah, I saw the one he posted earlier.
Yeah, when he was fasted, 270.
Wow. 5'9", 270. What's his stage weight?
Here, look at this. Look at this, Phil.
I mean, I think he's still like what, 8 weeks out, or
It says he's doing Texas Pro.
Wow. Looks good.
maybe he decided not to do Tampa. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he originally said he was doing Tampa.
Well, I originally saw this on Dave's post, and Dave said, what did he say here? The 2023 Texas Pro is going to be box freaking office. So obviously he's doing Texas Pro now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he was doing Texas, but I thought he was also doing Tampa, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
But Texas is
man.
gonna be crazy. Texas is gonna be a crazy lineup.
When is Texas again?
It's usually like 2 weeks after Tampa.
Yeah.
That is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting because if there's multiple guys at Tampa or at Texas that haven't qualified, that like it could be a lot of guys that could be top 10 Olympians that don't qualify because only one can win.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of big names.
Yeah. That's going to be a good show.
That's why I think it's weird that a lot of them are waiting until Texas. Only one of them can win, and there's going to be a lot of big names there.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything after Texas that can qualify you for this year.
No,
unless it's overseas. I don't think there's anything in the States.
Let's see. All right, yeah, Texas Pro's on the 19th of August. Romania, Pittsburgh, but that's Masters. Spain, European Pro League Championship. That's 212 though.
But will those qualify for this year's Olympia or next year? Because the Olympia is November 3rd.
It doesn't say. This is September 17th. When is the cutoff?
I'm not sure.
How about the Dubai Pro? That's September also.
I mean,
yeah, it might be.
Usually they want at least 2 months out before I think before to qualify.
Yeah, sure. I want to think
maybe a month.
maybe
I don't
last
know.
year before that.
Because they have to
the last one.
Yeah, I think so. So I mean, because you got to think they got to plan everybody's travel.
Yeah.
So especially these European shows, then they got to plan all the people's plane tickets and hotels and everything to come to the Olympia.
What's this one in the UK? Two Bros Pros.
How about the Arnold UK getting bought, and it's like now it's being promoted by the same promoters as the Ohio Arnold.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Huh.
It's gonna be the same promoters as the USA.
When is
Ohio,
that?
Arnold Classic. So that'll be interesting. I think they're gonna have bigger prize money, everything.
Right.
Huh.
I saw that, and they were talking about it being like, if it keeps going this way, they might be overtaking prize money for the Olympia soon, because unless Olympia starts increasing it.
Right.
I mean, it was 300,000 for the Ohio Arnold this year. Olympia is only 400.
400, yeah. Well, one time Arnold wanted to raise the money higher for the Arnold.
They wouldn't let him,
and they wouldn't let him. You're right.
Yeah.
That's right. They wouldn't allow it.
That's when he was giving out the Hummer, wasn't it?
Yes, that may probably so.
Yeah. So I think that's
when
he
give out
changed
more money. So let's give
So
him
give out more money. So yeah, he gave the Hummer.
So he gave him a Hummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? What was it? The Boston show that tried to kind of give away a truck as well.
Yeah, because what? Shaw, didn't she win a truck there?
Yeah, she told us she won a truck.
Where did she win her truck at? She won 2 cars. She's won 2 cars.
Yeah.
But I think that's in the Wings of Strength.
Yeah, I think that was the Wings of Strength Rising Phoenix or whatever it was.
Yeah, but I think she's won 2 cars.
Yeah. I think it was Bonac won the Boston, and part of the prize was supposed to be like one of those new Ford Mavericks or something.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, none of these big bodybuilders are going to fit in a Ford Maverick. Like, it's smaller than the Ranger.
Dude, can you imagine them like Tesla giving them a car or something like that?
Yeah.
You get a little smart car.
Yeah.
Right. Smart car.
Sponsored by Mini Cooper.
Yeah. Just to see them get in and out of it.
That's funny.
4-door car, 4-person car becomes a 1-person car. Just put the steering wheel in the middle, and
it'd be like remember Police Academy when Tackleberry had to get in the car?
Yeah. Oh. That would be a fun prize though, just to like, say, yeah, I won this car or truck,
Yeah, I think they should change it up a little bit and have even like first through third, something like, I mean, obviously every place can't have a car, but I think something
well,
interesting.
When's the last time they raised the Olympia prize money? It's been 400,000 for quite a while.
I thought they just raised it when what's his name bought it, right?
I think he raised the total prize money, but I don't know if he raised the first place prize money. Like, he raised it for all divisions, like overall, but I don't know if open bodybuilding changed.
Because 400,000 has been there. I believe Ronnie Coleman was making about 400,000 when he was winning. If I'm not mistaken.
I imagine if the Arnold starts creeping up, they'll raise it.
Yeah, because I think what the big thing was when Jake Wood bought the Olympia was he added female bodybuilding back to it, so the total prize money went up a lot. But I don't think the actual prize money for like open bodybuilding changed.
Right.
Does the Olympic pay top 10? Do you know?
I think so.
Yeah.
Might even be more than that. I don't know. I know not in 212 because I got 11th and I didn't make any money.
No, I think it's only the top 10.
Yeah. I believe it's always been the top 10.
I still feel like I should have been better than 11th though at that Olympia.
I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of guys didn't place where they're supposed to. Or where they should have.
Though. You just get better and come back and
who you can argue with
next time.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. No.
But that's the goal now. I've been to the Olympian Classic. I've been to the Olympian 212. I want to be the first person to make it to the Olympia in all 3 divisions there.
Yeah.
So
it would be cool though if you could qualify this year since it's in Orlando.
That would, I know, that's really nice.
I know. Yeah.
God, I'm excited that it's back in Orlando. It would be really cool to compete there again. But
have you ever thought about dropping back to 212 and trying, or no? No, you're ready for open, huh?
Yeah, I feel like you think about Flex Lewis. I feel like if he hadn't been winning every time, he would have moved up to open earlier in his career, and he would have done pretty well. But he held himself back. His body wanted to grow, and he never could bring his absolute best shape to stage because he had to suck down to 212.
Yeah.
And even though I could probably still suck down to 212 now, it wouldn't be my best look.
Yeah.
And it would hold me back from growing as much the next couple of years. So even if it might take me a couple more years to really be competitive, in that top 5 at all these open shows, I feel like it'd be worth it to just keep pushing for that instead of pulling back.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Gotta move
Plus, I just feel like there's so much more prestige and respect and like obviously money
Mhm.
in the open division.
Mhm.
I feel like there's so many amazing 212 bodybuilders that don't get enough like respect.
Oh,
for it.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
sure. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I got food waiting on me.
No, you good. You good.
Jason, man,
I've got one
I
more meal
appreciate
too.
it.
So
Yeah. When's the next posing seminar? Is there another one back in Ocala?
Jacksonville, I think, is the next one.
Okay.
Alex Pomeroy's putting it on
Okay.
with we did it last year, was the first year we ever did it. I think last year we had Dexter Jackson was there with us, Justin Compton. I think Justin's going to be there again. I don't think Dexter's not on the list, but there's going to be a lot of good pros there and judges and everything. So it'll be a fun time. I think I want to say that's into July.
Okay.
Sometime near the end of July.
What do we got this weekend? Mid-Florida?
Yeah. There's Mid Florida this weekend.
Yeah, I think Geek shows this weekend.
Yeah. Or
is
is
it next
it
weekend?
No, you're right. It's this weekend, I think.
Yeah, because I thought I saw somewhere.
I was thinking about Ty Pope's show, but that's after
July.
Yeah, that's after.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna be. He always has me come out there and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be dieting this time. I can actually go out there and I'll enjoy myself.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, if I don't talk to you, I'll see you in Orlando. I'll definitely be there. So yeah.
So Jason, you're 2.5 weeks out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
16 days.
16 days.
Yep.
Yeah, you're almost there, man.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah.
So I woke up pretty much stage ready this morning. So we had a high carb day, fed back up. So feed up a little bit and then start sucking back down. And I'm ready. I've just got to keep pushing for these next 16 days and hold it tight.
There you go.
You got it, man. You'll be there.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Best of luck in that show.
Thank you.
All right, bro. I appreciate it again. And thanks again, Phil.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all have a good evening.
All right. Take care.